from beautiful Moraga, California. Tonight, two top teams come face-to-face against each other for the very first time as Campolindo welcomes Rancho Cotate. Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Jason alongside the coach Steve Nicolopoulos. And coach, these two teams haven't faced each other in the last 25 years.
You know, tonight these two teams are coming in here and they're going to want to make a statement. Coach Hotaling is coming in here following some big footsteps of Coach Ed Conroy. That was his mentor and the legend coach at Rancho Cotate. On the other side of the field, Coach Macy's coming off a state championship year, a banner year for that fact, and the statement that these two teams want to make tonight is we can play with anybody.
Well, Rancho Cotate has proved that so far, 2-0, blowing away their opponents, and it's all been led by their big offense and their quarterback, Jake Simmons.
Jake Simmons leads this offense this year, and he's the main reason that the Cougars are having such success. Hotaling says that Simmons is not only the captain, but he's a leader. And this young man is a true leader. He's all about wins on the field. He doesn't care about statistics. All he wants to do is win.
For Campolindo in 2017, only a handful of starters returned from the 2016 state championship season as they beat Bakersfield Christian. And well, if they want to stop the high-flying offense tonight from Rancho Cotate, their defense, like they did in that state championship, needs to be led by Grant Larson.
Grant Larson is a senior, and he's a returning captain from the state championship team last year. You know, he's going to play a huge role tonight in trying to stop this offense for Rancho Cotate. Coach Macy says that he reads defenses so well. He's always in the right position to make the right defensive play on every single call.
Well, both teams are hot in 2017. They look to continue their winning ways as Campolindo takes on Rancho Cotate next on CHN. And we're back here on CHN. Jason Neal alongside Steve Nicolopoulos as Campolindo welcomes in 2-0 Rancho Cotate, and the Cougars themselves for Campolindo are 2-1, and they've had a tough schedule. So have the Cougars from Rancho Cotate.
No, these two teams have definitely faced some tough competition so far.
And they're led with that tough competition by Greg Hotaling.
Hotaling, following in the footsteps of his mentor, Ed Conroy, got some big shoes to fill, like we said earlier today, but he's the man that can do it.
He also played under that head coach as well and played for this program, and he's looking to keep on winning as his team's scored 110 points and only given up 3. And then right across the way, the long-term head coach here since 1996, Kevin Macy for Campolindo.
Kevin Macy's done an outstanding job here. Last year, they won a state championship under his tutelage. You know, he's a coach's coach and a player's coach. He's just the salt of the earth when it comes to coaches.
Well, he's been here since 1996, and he's led many teams to the state championships. He's gone to 4 in the last 10, and he's looking to bring it back here, and his offense will take the field first, and we'll get to see that Rancho Cotate defense. But as right now, we have the kicker, and Alfaro, and he'll be kicking it deep. For the Campolindo Cougars, coincidentally, folks, it's Cougars versus Cougars. So if you hear a lot of Cougars, that's what's going on.
It's Cougar Fest.
We're in a giant Cougar den at the moment.
There you go.
Rancho Cotate in the white and red from up in Rohnert Park. And there is Masadi, the star wide receiver for Torchio when he gets on offense. And we are now underway here on CHN. Masadi from his own 1. And he's trying to find a block, gets across the 15, gets hit and brought on down.
Yeah, he just ran out of blockers over on that side, Jason.
Yeah, he brought down by number 34 and Eric Hupp. And now taking them onto the field is their quarterback in John Torchio. Torchio is a lineage of players that have played college and some pro. His father once played for UC Berkeley and beat John Elway in the big game in 1980. His grandfather played under Pappy Waldorf back at UC Berkeley, and he's looking to lead his first season at starting quarterback. And Torchio is going to run himself, and he's got some speed, but he's met right at the line and brought on down.
That's one thing about this young man. He makes the right reads and the right decisions for this offense. He does a great job running the ball and passing the ball. He is a true double threat.
Ryan Materi Matteray brought him down, one of the captains and leaders for Coach Hotailing's defense. So Torchio, as you see his stats on the bottom, he's lit up everywhere he's gone. He's being looked at by Sac State and UC Davis. He's got over 218 yards per game as he throws that one incomplete, looking for Masadi.
Had a little pressure in his face, forced him to go ahead and release a little bit early on that. Couldn't have a follow through, so the ball sailed high.
Yeah, as you're talking about Torchio still, senior, 656 yards in passing this season, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's also ran for 255 yards and 3 touchdowns himself on the ground. There's the starting offense for Coach Macy, Campolindo Cougars. Torchio looking to throw. Dancing around, pressure coming, he's going to be sacked.
Big defensive pressure right there by the front 4. And that's one thing that Coach Hotailing was talking about. He wanted to get pressure up front by his down 4 so he could go ahead and cover the backside with the 7, the linebackers, 2 safeties, and the corners. That
was Elias Rantisi in there for the sack, and his coach Hotailing told us it takes more than 2 men to take him down. So Torchio will punt. And he drops the snap, but he's got to pick it up around the 4. And this is going to be great field position for Cotate right around the 50, and picked up and run. There goes Reese. And Reese to the outside with a flag. Reese around the 30. He's down to the 25, 20, 15, and knocked away. And inside the red zone for Rancho Cotate in great field position, but we'll wait on the flag. At least I saw something throw, and maybe it was just a marker.
No, that was just the beanbag. He was throwing the beanbag there.
From lining up here, it looked like something yellow and it flashed, but it was the beanbag. But what a run by Reese.
Reese did a great job of picking up blocks and getting to the edge right there and getting to the outside, picking up blockers. Outstanding return, a 25, 28-yard return.
So now we'll see the great quarterbacking in Jake Simmons. He's thrown for over 700 yards in one game in his career, and he hands this one off and running right up the gut as they hand it off to Kobe Buckley.
Buckley, the workhorse in the backfield for the Cougars, the Rancho Cotate Cougars.
So 2nd and 1, a short field already inside the 15-yard line after the great return by Reese of about 30 yards. And Simmons is looking to get Rancho Cotate on the board, and quickly. Hand it off again, number 19 and Buckley, and he's pounded up, but right around the first down marker.
It's going to be close. It'll be 3rd down.
Simmons this season, 697 yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's 30 for 38. He's been on a roll completion percentage-wise, and that's what Coach Hotailing looks for. But looks like they're going to run once again, Coach, as it's 3rd and inches.
Yeah, no, I definitely. I would think that they would want to go under center. Sometimes I question the shotgun snap there with 3rd and inches down in the red zone. He can't go under center. And Coach said they do run plays under center. So, you know.
And, well, they just changed it to a 1st down. They did a little eyeball test and bring out the chains.
All that for nothing.
And 1st and goal. Simmons in the gun. He's going to run it himself, and he meets a wall.
That wall was number 42, Grant Larson.
Yeah, Larson, the defensive captain, came up and right through the line and met him right as he started taking off on his run.
Larson wasn't fooled by that zone read right there. He was playing the ball, stepped up and met right at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal at the 2. See the cards and the pictures that they look at for the signs on the sideline. Simmons, Buckley pounding his way. And a touchdown for the Rancho Cotate Cougars, and they're on the board first.
Yeah, the size of the Cotate offensive line, I think they outweigh the defensive line there. And all they did was just push and lean, move forward, and Buckley just walked over the end zone line.
So Alfaro will come on out for the extra point. And what Coach Macy said to us that he didn't want to happen is get down early, and they already on the very opening drive on offense for Rancho Cotate, they're up 6-0.
Take a look at this extra point. Very important here.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. And it's 7-0. Rancho Cotate as one Cougar has taken the lead.
No, Alfaro's 7 for 8 now in PAT so far this season.
He's been, as you said, 7 for 8 now, 8 of 9. Continues his role. Let's look at the touchdown for Rancho Cotate in a moment. And the young men from up in Roanoke Park, that long travel down. Let's look at the touchdown.
Right here, you see just a great push. It's all will and effort. In for 6.
And as Coach Hoteling said, they like to go quick, and they went quick, and they got some yardage. They got a great kick return from Reese. Got down only about 15 yards away from the goal line, and about 5 plays they're in for the end zone for the touchdown.
Field position was really big on that last series. That punt return, the punter couldn't field it very well. Took a little while to get that punt off. So it set up Rancho in good field position, and they just drove down the field on a short field, 15 yards in what, 4 or 5 plays.
Alfaro kicking off to Masadi. And this one's going to be a touchback, a strong kick into the end zone. And we'll get to see Torchio and the Campolindo Cougars once again out on offense, starting on their own 20.
Well, they got better field position this time than they started with last time. They were inside their 20-yard line. Now they're starting at the 20. A little bit of breathing room.
See the excitement on the sideline from Alfaro after that kickoff for that touchback. Now Torchio, as they spread it on out. They used to love going under center, coach, and go for a tight end on the play action, but they don't have a tight end this year. They got to spread it on out, and they had a makeshift quarterback in Torchio. And as he looks to throw, and he's going to look to air it out down the field and way, way past his receiver at number 7, Masadi.
Strong arm, just overthrew it. Masadi couldn't get underneath it. Got held up at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get a good, clean release on that pass play.
Torchio is being looked at, as I said, by UC Davis and Sac State, but mentions talking about these received offers from Army, Air Force. These Ivy League schools are showing interest in Columbia and Yale. He has mentioned, though, that even though with his lineage at Berkeley, he does not feel like he wants to go there just yet. Now he'll go under center. And he'll hand it off. And that is Ishida. And Shun Ishida, Coach Macy said that was one of the surprises coming out of early on in the summer, practicing, getting into week 1 at Merritt Marin Catholic. He shined as a running back.
Yeah, he's run for 186 yards and 49 rushes and scored 3 touchdowns so far this season.
He wants to stay on the field, and he's the biggest battle, and he's learning how to run between the tackles. He's not a very big running back. He's one of the shorter ends, right around 5'8". But he has a big heart. Torchio, seeing the pressure unfold in front of him, looking to throw. No, being dragged down, finally throws it away. And once again, on 3rd down, they'll be forced to punt. The ferocious Kentucky Cougar defense has shut him down twice now, Coach.
Campo hasn't been able to control the front 4 of Cotate. They've been leaking like a sieve there, getting a lot of pressure. Torchio has to run out of the pocket. Although Campo does like to go ahead and run out of the pocket, and Coach Macy says that's one of the things that Torchio does well, is run out of the pocket. He either runs or passes. So,
well, Reese took one almost to the house on his last time, and he throws up the fair catch call right around the 45-yard line. So they'll have good field position once again. Not as great as they had it on the first offensive drive, but right around their own 45-yard line is not too shabby. So Simmons, he's being looked at as well by schools like UC Davis and Sac State and company, Division II schools. By the end of this tenure here, he's already got 8 touchdowns this season. He's not played a full game at all. He played about 2 quarters and maybe a half of a quarter for the way they've blown out some teams. Now looking to throw, and that's complete. And a 1st down as he hits number 9 in Mason Hines.
Hines does a good job of splitting the seam there in that zone. There you see Simmons hitting that little seam versus that zone.
So again, as they spread out, 2 receivers out to the left and right. They do have Buckley as the running back. He scored the opening touchdown. And Simmons looking through his progressions, going to throw it down the field. That's intercepted. Grant Larson, how about that?
Oh my goodness, did you see Grant Larson get off the ground? He climbed the ladder to just high point that ball and pick it right out of the air. Great job of reading that play from the Mike linebacker position.
And let's look at it.
You see him drop. His eyes are on the receiver. All he does is elevate and get up. Great job by Larson picking that ball right out of the air and giving Campo another chance at offense.
His first interception of the season, and it's a big one in this big game between these two teams. Coach Macy said this is one they wanted to have fun with and see what they could do against a top-tier offense in Cotate. And same thing with Coach Hoteling. After Campolindo came off of a season-winning state, looking for Masadi, nails him! And all the way down to about the 21. The ball came loose at the end, but they're going to say he was down by contact, and then the ball popped out.
Great job of keeping the defender from getting up and chasing that ball just in case it was alive. And then number 5 comes running downfield, Parker Windat, to make sure that he recovered it. But there was no need to because he was down from contact, as you said. That time, what a great job Masadi does of getting underneath that pass, getting downfield. That's what happens when you get a good release, a clean release, and the ball's thrown on time.
And Masadi all the way down the bottom left of your screen with Windat up top. They're going to run. They hand it off. Number 21 is Ishida. He's going to meet a wall right there with number 44 and Materi.
Materi, the Mike linebacker, doing a good job of scraping over the top and making a tackle for a very short gain.
Yeah, Materi, one of the leaders, along with Rantisi. They're getting looked at as well from colleges. But those two are the two leaders, and they love to offset them on defense for Coach Hoteling. And now Torchio looking to get even some more yardage. 2nd and 9 from about the 19. Looking to throw. Torchio dancing around. And he's going to throw it towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Ryan Regan.
Wow. Shades of the 49ers, the catch. Did you just see him roll out to his left? He throws the ball, rolling out to his left. He jumped. I thought he was throwing it away, literally. And number 28 just comes right out of the air. Ryan Reagan, he's got 12 receptions for 144 yards. That's his first touchdown, I think, of the season. That was incredible.
And what a play. It is his first touchdown of the season. And now of the kicker in Ortman. And this one is up, and it is good.
Well, the equalizer, Jason.
So 7-7.
Here it is right here. He gets in trouble. The pocket starts to collapse. He gets out to his left. I'm just thinking he's going to go ahead and throw it away, but he puts it where nobody can get it. What an outstanding job of Reagan, just concentrating with the guy jumping in front of him, making a catch for 6 points.
Good coverage from Hines, but what a touch pass from Torchio.
Rolling to his left, that was all arm. Barely even set his feet. Great pass by that young man.
And Torchio continues to help out at quarterback when he wasn't even going to be listed as a starter until the start of the season. His 5th touchdown pass of the year. So now Seppi Ortman will kick all the way down here for Logan Reese, who had a great return on the punt.
Well, so far, Jason, this matchup is just what it was billed to be.
And they're going to go short, trying to keep it away from Reese. But Reese is going to get it anyways, and he gets away from a tackler at the 30. Tripped on up, stays down the sideline. Logan Reese to the 40. It's just him and Seppi Ortman. And he's gonna get all the way to the house.
Whoa, just like that. Great sense of balance, keeping his feet, fighting off a tackle, and then all he had to do was beat the kicker, which usually isn't too hard.
70-yard touchdown return, 2 missed tackles at about the 30, and he just hit the sideline and took off.
Yeah, usually he's deep, isn't he?
Yes, he was. He came up. He was right around the 10. The kick came up to the 30, told his special teams teammates to move out of the way, I have this, and boy, did he.
Catch it on the run and just kept running.
Alfaro now, what a response. Just seconds after the touchdown. And this kick is up and no good. Wide right, he misses, and now he's 8 of 10 on the season, and it's 13-7. And let's look at the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff. They do a little pooch trying to kick it to the side. He just comes up, fields it at the 29-yard line, breaks a tackle. He sees this, goes down the sidelines. Outstanding job, vision, straight arms the kicker, and he waltzes into the end zone for 6.
What a return by Logan Reese. First, the punt return for about 30 yards. Now a 70-yard touchdown return on the kickoff. He's got over 100 yards all-purpose yards at the moment and gave his team back the lead 13-7.
Just that quick. Special teams always come into play somehow, some way in a big game like this, whether it's what you just saw, a kickoff return. Sometimes it's an extra point that's missed. This game is full of it tonight.
Yeah, both of these offenses can score with the best of them. And now Campo will have Masadi waiting on the kick from Alfaro, who kicked one he almost cleared the end zone the last one for a touchback. And then Torchio and company drove down to tie the ball game up. But now it's 13-7. 20 points already in this first quarter. It's been explosive, just as advertised. From Rancho Cotate, they can score quickly, and they didn't even have to put out the offense on the last one.
You're right. The offense gets another break here.
Masadi gonna have to come and run up from about the 6. Longest block is gonna go out to his sideline, gets across the 25 to the 30. Stiff arms a man, gets to the 40. Stiff arms another, crosses to about the 44-yard line.
Masadi, great job of delivering the hit rather than taking a hit, and he delivers the hit to 2 defenders on that play. Here's the kickoff. Masadi, great job fielding the ball. He stems it to the right, picks up a good block. He gets out in the open field. Look at that, stiff arm there, and then he delivers a hit to the kicker.
Yeah, he stiff arm Gentry Hadawa. And now Torchio back under center with Ishida as his running back, 3 receiver set. Ishida will get the handoff, and he finds a hole, and he plows up the middle for a good chunky yards as Cody Rivera will make the tackle.
Very surprising on that last play. The offensive line really got a great push. They got the defensive line on their heels, pushed them back.
Torchio with the quarterback blood in him is his dad, Lloyd J. Torchio II, who played quarterback at UC Berkeley, as I mentioned earlier. In his seasons there, 14 touchdowns, 3,600-yard passing. And he hands this one off to Ishida again. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd and about 3, 3rd and about, yeah, 3rd and 3. You know, I'd like to see Torchio get on the edge and use his legs on something like this right now. He's a long-legged runner. He's fast, and I think he could get the edge here.
He's had one game where he's rushed for over 100 yards. He does have 3 touchdown runs, besides now 5 touchdown passes. Big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Torchio looking right at Masadi, now rolling out to his right. Pressure coming. And he's going to almost get sacked. Gets away from one would-be tackler. Gets away from now 2. Now rolling out to his left. Throwing down on the run. Looking for Masadi. Hip tied up and incomplete.
Wow, what a magician. The way he handled that play. He rolls to his right. He gets stuffed. Breaks away. He has to elude another defender. He rolls back to his left. And the ball was thrown right on the money. Masadi just couldn't go ahead and catch it.
Well, now if you're Torchio as the punter, you got to Hey, how do I keep it away from Logan Reese? As he's waiting around his own 10-yard line.
Well, you angle it and put it out of bounds.
Do you try to rugby kick it and try to go away from Reese?
If that's something that you do, that's what I would do, but looks like he just
Fair catch right around the 16-yard line.
just pooches it and forces a fair catch. That's a good way to beat him.
Yeah. You know, kick it high, long in the air and make sure he can't take off, but he's going to stay right out there on offense. He's just a threat as well as a receiver as he is as a returner. And Simmons now only been out there once. And he's looking to add to his totals of nearly 700 yards in the first two games as they combined for 110 points on offense in those two games, beating Annalee
And St. Mary's.
and St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And one of those, he scored 55 points in the first half. Simmons rolling out to his left, looking to throw. He's got his man complete right there, the Jalen Ward.
What a nice arm. He just rifled that ball right in there. They went four, looks like they went four deep. Hit the inside seam. Safeties couldn't cover it, and the linebackers didn't get enough depth on that.
Jalen Ward, who just made that catch, is a third-year starter at varsity. He's arguably the fastest player on the Rancho Cotate Cougars. And everybody moved except for the center. So that's a false start. Or at least I would believe it is.
I guess they're going to talk about it.
Yeah, Dan Leary, our referee today.
Dead ball. All start. Offense.
So bring him back 5 yards.
That's going to make it 1st and 15.
Back on Ward. Coach O'Tailing said he's the best route runner. He's one of the smartest players on offense, and sooner or later, many, if you look at him with his speed, some like to compare him to other slot receivers like Danny Woodhead.
Woodhead, Amendola, Edelman.
Simmons looking to throw, finds his man, complete to number 4 and Hupp, gets to the first down marker, but there is a flag.
Flag at the 30, and it's at the line of scrimmage. Most likely it's going to be a hold, offensive hold. That's just my guess.
Bringing on back once again, and Coach O'Tailing not too happy.
No, those are the kinds of things that kill an offensive drive. I mean, they took the ball and they just ran it straight downfield on the opening drive. Now they're going a little bit backwards.
Push them all the way back to their own 22-yard line. First in a very long ways of about 25 yards. Simmons in the 4-receiver set. 2 on each side with Buckley as the running back. Simmons looking to throw. He's going to let it fly, looking for Logan Reese, and he nails him down the sideline and out of bounds inside Campolindo territory right around the 35.
4 deep, it's really hard to cover. You got man-to-man coverage on the outside. The safety stays on the inside. See quarterback stepping straight back, letting it fly to the outside receiver. The ball's put to the outside. The defender can't stay with him, and he's got no help.
Max Schoenberger just keeping him, pushing him out of bounds. But what a throw from Mr. Simmons, and he looked like that was about his second read. He's Coach O'Tailing says he knows how to read his first, second, third, if he has to scramble and then throw and then run. He knows how to read a defense, but there's Buckley on the run. And Buckley will run right over a defender and brought on down. That was Torchio on the tackle.
Rancho doing a good job of sticking to what it is they said they were going to do. They said they wanted to run a 2-by-2 set. They said they want to have a few plays, run a few plays, but run them really, really well, and they're doing just that.
And at a fast pace, and they've just come straight to the line, no huddles, and Simmons always seems ready for the ball. Pump fake, looking, finding for the end zone, caught, touchdown. That's number 21 in Cyrus Hernandez.
Wow, great read on that play. You saw that he had man-to-man coverage and the outside defender was beat deep. He faked that pump, And he goes deep, right on the money. So far, Simmons is taking it to Campolindo here.
Yeah, Cyrus Hernandez, his first touchdown catch of the season, left wide open into the end zone, and just like that, it's 19-7. Just waiting on the PAT. Cotate, as advertised on offense, knows how to score. They scored quickly. They scored on special teams, 2 touchdowns, 1 running, 1 passing. Now he's over 700 yards, almost close to 800 yards after a couple of these passes today.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here to make up for the missed PAT.
So looking to make this a 2-score game, nonetheless at 7 points each score. Simmons looking to throw. He's just going to throw it and incomplete, trying to force it to Jalen Ward. So it's 19-7, Coach.
You could kind of tell that was coming, so.
And we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on CHN. Back, 3:02 left here in the first. Rancho Cotate visiting Campolindo. It's 19-7 here on CHN. Let's look at the touchdown.
You see right here, all he does is throw to the single covered receiver. The outside defender just can't keep up with him.
So Cyrus Hernandez with that catch, his first touchdown of the season. Alfaro now. Kick it on off for Masadi. And this one will bounce through the end zone and brought out to the 20 for Campolindo. And now Torchio with his team down by 2 scores.
Well, they moved the ball. They moved the ball well, but they just couldn't control it that last time. They had to give it up again. And when they gave the ball up, you don't want to give the ball back. As you said, you don't want to give the ball back to this Rancho offense because they're on fire right now.
Yeah, they seem to be almost unstoppable with Campo running that same formation defensively. They've been eating them up, but now Torchio's turn for the Campolindo Cougars. And he takes it from Ishida on the option. He runs it right up the middle and gets about a yard. Torchio, 2-way starter, both safety and quarterback tonight. He's been a 3-year starter on defense for Campolindo. Did start his freshman year at quarterback and hadn't played since until this season. So 3 receivers on the right, 1 out to the left with Ishida, the running back, to his left. Torchio looking to throw, and he throws a laser complete. Masadi gets away from 1 tackler, gets up to about the 38, 39-yard line, and a first down.
Good job of Masadi sitting in the hole right there versus a zone defense. They were playing zone that time. You see him get upfield, just runs a deep curl route, sitting in that hole in the zone, and he picks up a first down. Torchio does a good job of reading the defense and he knows what the routes are, so he knows where the receiver is going to be, whether he's open or not.
So going now under center with Ishida behind him as the running back with 3 receivers out to the left. Ishida gets the handoff, and he's going to get a good 4, maybe 5 yards on that run.
Ishida keeps his feet moving like that. He's not going to be stopped. Good job by that man. Not a big body, but he's got some quick, fast legs.
So Ishida on the season came in with 186 yards on the ground with 3 touchdowns. Coach Macy looking onwards from the sideline. So again, same exact formation here for Campolindo. Regan now in motion. Ishida is going to get off to the right on that handoff. He's going to make it 3rd and short.
Yeah, this is a manageable down for the Cougars here, the Campolindo Cougars. I keep wanting to say Cougars, and I know
they're both Cougars.
It's going to confuse everybody. But Campolindo, it's 3rd and short. They're in a good position here. They just need to get an offensive line surge. Don't let the defense cross the line of scrimmage. And you can see the defense is starting to go ahead and dig in right here. They got 2 down, and they got that odd front with a linebacker up to the outside. Nope, down 4.
Torchio going to throw quick. Regan, first down inside Rancho Cotate territory.
That's what you want to do on something like that. He did a great job of picking up the third receiver. The inside receiver wasn't covered. He was being covered. You see he's being covered by the safety. There's nobody up in his face, so he's wide open. It's just a quick little pitch and catch, and he picks up the first down.
It's the perfect little inside route, dink and dunk, and get that first down on 3rd and short. And Coach Hotaling said the one thing he worried about Campolindo's offense, 29 different offensive formations, and you saw about 3 or 4 of them already on this drive alone. And the hand it off is Sheeta met in the backfield. And who else? Rantisi.
He got smothered by Rantisi, the linebacker, who leads the team in 19 tackles so far this season. That makes at least 20. You look at him just come up, upfield, into the backfield, makes a great tackle.
So the clock will wind on down. And at the end of 1, Rancho Cotate 19, Campolindo 7. We'll come back with the second quarter here on CHN. And welcome back to Moraga here at Campolindo High School at Bob Wilson Stadium, where the Rancho Cotate Cougars are visiting and having a 12-point lead heading into the second quarter. Chasing alongside Steve Nicolopoulos will be second down here for Campolindo, and Torchio trying to lead the way to bring him back within 1 score.
Well, they lost a couple of feet there on that last play, that dive play.
So now from the pistols, Torchio. They're going to send a man in motion. And they hand it off on the sweep to number 44 into Schoenberger.
Little jet sweep action there with the lead by the fullback, Sean Ishida.
So he can not only run, he can give a nice block as well. And Schoenberger
did a good job of cutting inside that time. He saw the block, it was a kick out block. He read that and he gets back up into the inside.
So 3rd down. And another big 3rd down. You don't want to give Rancho back the ball so quickly, as they've been on a roll. They're 2 for 2 on offense so far, except for that 1 interception. Sorry, 2 of 3. Torchio letting it fly, looking for Windack, complete, as he checks back inside and almost breaks the tackle and brought down at the 16-yard line as number 34 might have saved the touchdown in Air Cup.
No, the ball was placed for where only Windack could catch it. You see going to the outside here. He throws it to the outside. Windack's wide open. Nobody's covering him. He does a good job of making sure that he secures the ball and then tries to turn it up back upfield, but gets tackled.
Torchio says, Mr. Simmons, I can throw the ball deep and complete as well. And it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Ishida right up the middle. Got away from Ryan Mattery, only for about a yard.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to run against that defensive front right there for Yoshida. They're going to go ahead and bring him out.
And Rancho Cotate is going to call a timeout after that short run.
White.
It's a timeout, White.
So with that, 19-7, we'll take another break. Come right back. And welcome back to Campolindo as they're looking to try to make this a 1-score game. With 10:48 left in the first half, it's 2nd down and about 9. They toss it out. Ishida gets inside, gets back to the outside, try to check it in, but gets inside the 10.
Campo using a tight end there as a block or another offensive lineman because of the penetration that Rancho's been getting on the defensive front.
There's Ehrenberger. You just saw number 15. He was been injured with a hamstring injury for quite a while, and he's changed positions at times. He's their tight end mostly. besides the defensive lineman. His first appearance of the season is tonight.
Yeah, coach was telling us he got hurt in the first game and hasn't seen any action until tonight.
Big third down, Torchio. Pressure coming in his face, looking to throw to the corner, caught! And a touchdown.
Great job of taking the one-on-one coverage guy. Again, you saw number 15, the tight end, Ehrenberger, get upfield, but he was covered by the safety, so that left the outside receiver wide open one-on-one, and he does a great job on a little comeback route to the outside.
Mr. Allen, number 13, the junior, his second touchdown catch of the season. Now here comes the extra point. Portman looking to make this a 5-point game. And it is good. And it's 19-14 as they respond from that last touchdown. And let's look at the touchdown and a beautiful bullet throw to Allen.
See, he releases there. He gets covered by the safety. The receiver goes to the outside, and he's going to be wide open. There's the safety over the top. Right there, it's a one-on-one matchup, and he's good job of coming back, showing his numbers to the quarterback for a touchdown.
Tight coverage on the outside by number 21 and Cyrus Hernandez.
Right here is a good shot. Wide open, one-on-one coverage. And he does a good job of tightrope in there. He didn't go out, so he almost went out. It would have been an illegal touch.
So the Campolindo Cougar fans back into it. 19-14.
Well, Jason, you know, last time they did that little short pooch kick and it kind of came back to bite him. If you got a leg, if he's got somebody that's got a leg, I want to see him kick it into the end zone. That way they don't go ahead and get a return on this.
Ortman's been working with Oakland Raiders kicker Giorgio Tavecchio during practice this week. Hearing that he was hitting about 50-yard field goals, he's got a leg on him. We saw him kick it deep once, and then they try to kick it short to Reese, and then he bit them for a 70-yard touchdown return.
Yeah, no, he's back in the middle of the field here, so I think he's going to go ahead and try and kick it deep.
And they're going to kick it a line drive. And now it looks like Ward will come on up and grab it. And Ward in the bounce to the outside, going towards his sideline, gets to the 30, breaks the tackle, stays on his feet. Now checks it back inside. Ward still dancing around and finally brought down inside the 35.
Just as dangerous. Just as dangerous. You see the ability of these two returners to go ahead and change direction on a dime. They stop, turn, and accelerate. It's amazing how fast they can go ahead and change direction.
What does those kind of returners do when they are just so electric to your thinking on special teams?
Well, it gives you great field position, number one, and there always is a chance that they could go ahead and break one and get you 6 points on the board.
I wonder what the iPhone and Beats by Dre headphones means, but we'll find out in a second. 4 receiver set, Simmons looking to throw. He's going to check it on down, hit his man in Hupp. And Hupp gets across the 40, right around the first down marker.
Short little crossing route there in front of the linebackers. You see, he just comes straight across. The linebackers don't follow him. They're sitting in a zone. When you got a 4-3 like that, that's a tough route to go ahead and handle.
And from that replay, you could see his eyes. He looked 1, 2, came down to his third check down, and he found his man wide open. Simmons again. He's going to run it himself. He's got the first down and all the way across midfield to about the 49-yard line of Campolindo.
He knew that was coming right off the bat. He's counting the numbers in the box. He knew that end was going to go ahead and come down. You take a look at this. He counts the numbers in the box. He sees the end come down. There's wide open, so he just tucks and runs.
This offensive line so far, Coach, has been out-muscling the defensive line at Campolindo. They've had plenty of time for Simmons to either throw or run. And that time, as you said, found his read, ran, got a first down, and now again into Campolindo Cougar territory. He's going to toss it out to Buckley. Buckley's just going to wing it on over to Ward. And Ward's going to use his speed down the sideline across the 40 to about the 35.
A little halfback option almost. You toss, and the gentleman that receives the toss, he can either run, but what he does is he turns because the defender comes off the receiver who was blocking, and it's just a little pitch and catch.
And Ian
Holding.
Concep-
Offense. Play first down.
I didn't see the flag, Coach, but
I
holding's called.
I did not either. So it's going to come back. It's going to go ahead and negate that. But it looked like somebody was down on the sidelines, and
That was Ian Concepcion, one of their starting defensive corners.
that's not something you don't want to happen. Didn't see the hold there. Concepcion got rolled up on by his own player, Larson.
Bring it back all the way to the 50-yard line, right at midfield. 1st and 11 coming on up here for Rancho Cotate.
What, that was a 1-yard penalty? Can't be. The hold was that far downfield?
I didn't see it in the replay, but I guess it was. 1-yard penalty.
And I guess it wasn't too bad of a hold.
No. So Simmons, 2-by-2, looking to throw. Plenty of time. Sees the pressure, saw the pocket start to collapse and takes off. Simmons using his speed, another flag comes out, and he's tackled inside the 40.
It's got to be another hold. It's at the offensive line, right there at the offensive line. The umpire threw the flag.
Holding. Offense. 60. Okay, thank you.
Looks like they called it for Orion Piombo. Number 16. This one's going to be a much farther penalty.
Absolutely.
Push them all the way back to their own 42-yard line.
1st and 20.
Coach, when we talked to Coach Macy, said they run one defensive formation, and what have you seen so far from them defensively?
I've seen one formation. I've seen them roll the safety Torchio up, but they don't want to go ahead and do that too often.
Again, complete. Simmons nails his man. That's number 9 this time, and Mason Hines.
Hines, another receiver for 6 receptions for 144 yards. Does a great job of coming from that slot position. He's quick. They got some fast receivers here, and that's the thing that Campo can't. They can't keep up with that speed right now.
Well, it was 1st and about 20, and they got that in one play. So 1st down again inside the 35 of Campolindo. Simmons with pressure coming from behind him. He's going to launch it towards the end zone, and that is caught. And he's in for the score. That's number 17, and who else? Mr. Reese.
Reese with another touchdown. I think he's gotten 3 tonight so far. Reception, kickoff return,
another
another
catch.
reception. Yeah. Simmons has got an arm. He's got a cannon, a 90-millimeter cannon. He just fires that ball downfield, and the receivers do a great job of tracking the ball and staying right with it.
He's had this cannon since he first became quarterback a season ago as a junior, going over for 700 yards in game 1 against Annalee a season ago. And they ended up losing in the playoffs to soon to be Bishop O'Dowd State champions as Alfaro kicks this one up. And good, and it's 26-14. But let's look at that cannon once again.
He just takes 5-step drop, and he just cranks up and fires the ball. Again, the receiver's beating the defensive back every single time, and he doesn't have safety help over the top because the safety's trying to work to the second receiver. So you're leaving your corners on an island out there, and that's something that I think Coach Macy's going to have to go ahead and take care of at halftime if he can.
The Cougar for Campolindo doing a little dance. He just might have dabbed a second ago, but I'm not really sure. Despite being down, they still have some spirit.
It's not
early on here.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's early in the midway in the second quarter here.
It seems a little bit quiet, though, on this side of the field here with these Cougar fans. But as you said, it's still early as Masadi had a couple of nice returns. And Torchio on that last drive used his torch of an arm, that cannon as well that he has. He's hit Regan, and then he hit Allen on a beautiful sharp laser in the corner for the end zone to make it just a 1-score game. And now it's back to 2 scores, 26-14 with 8:51 left here in the first half. Just waiting on Alfaro and the whistle from our referee. And I think there's a flag. That or it fell out of his pocket. I think it was just a drop. This one kicked deep and in the end zone for a touchback. And Alfaro's got a leg as well.
Alfaro can definitely kick the ball. 60 yards in the air. Great job.
And we'll take another break. 26-14, Rancho Cotate has the lead. Welcome back, 26-14, Cougars versus Cougars. Rancho Cotate and Campolindo. It's Torchio for Campolindo back on the field after watching Simmons throw a bomb into the end zone. And Torchio now has pressure coming. He's going to have to dance and run it himself. He runs across 25 to the 30, still down the sideline and out of bounds around the 40.
Great job of making something happen with his legs. On the backside, he had Masadi wide open. He fakes it, he rolls to his left, and he can definitely throw it rolling to his left. We've seen that tonight, but he just takes it, picks up the first down and more. Yeah,
as we said, Torchio is one of those athletes that, you know, they even had to change the offensive mindset here for Campolindo. They love going under center, change it to a shotgun or in the gun formation, and since then they've rallied behind John Torchio. He's going to let it fly. Masadi makes the catch right around the first down marker, forces it up, and he has it right around the 50.
Good job again, Masadi sitting in the hole against the zone defense. Right here, just a little pitch and catch.
So first down right at midfield. Run play from the sideline, and Regan will check on in.
Rancho did a little something different there on defense. They covered the third receiver. They had a 3-by-1 formation. They brought a linebacker out, and I was kind of surprised. You see, there was only one linebacker inside the box right now, so you're definitely outnumbered. Good running play.
Hands it off Ishida. Ishida, oh, if only he would have stayed on his feet, he could have exploded for more. And he's got about a 4-yard, maybe 5-yard run.
Right there, you counting the numbers in the box. You got 4 down linemen, you got 4 down linemen, and you've got 1 linebacker. You've got 5 blockers. It's man on man, and the back's off to the races.
But Terry just barely touching him with his hand just to trip him on up. The receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right is Windat with Ishida as the running back behind Torchio under center. He's going to look right at Windat. He makes that catch. He gets out of bounds inside the 40 for a first down.
Windat doing a good job of exploding off the line of scrimmage, forcing the defensive back to go ahead and get into his back pedal. All of a sudden he turns, comes back to the ball. It's a little pitch and catch, pitch and catch.
Campolindo now moving the ball down the field pretty nicely with some runs and throws from Torchio.
They're mixing some things up real well on offense right now. Different formation.
Aaron Berger acting as a fullback. And they'll hand it off. Ishida finds a hole, gets to the 35.
Running a little counter play there inside with a trap. You bring Ishida follows the blockers. It got a guard or a tackle pulling, and then you have that wing back also using as a kick out block.
Yeah, they brought in Lutzenecker to block up in front of him. And as a fullback, and he'll go back out to the sideline. Second down. Ball on the 36-yard line. They actually marked him shorter than I thought.
Yeah, they did mark it fairly short.
Torchio looking to throw. Has some time. Now sees the pocket begin to collapse, and he's going to take off, and he sees a lot of turf in front of him. Dances back inside, stays on his feet, gets to the 10, and finally brought down.
Torchio doing a great job. Can't do it with his arm. He does it with his legs. A dual threat quarterback. You got to spy. You got to have somebody spy him.
There's a flag, though.
Ouch. coming back because of hold at the line of scrimmage, most likely.
Holding. Offense.
So bring that great run by Torchio of about 30 yards all the way back.
Yeah, that hurts. But if you did it once, you can do it again. Go ahead and come back to it if you have to.
This is about 2nd and 20 from right at midfield at the 49-yard line of Rancho Cotate.
Good shot of Coach Macy there with a little bit of concern on his face.
So back to the gun for Torchio. And now we're going to get a timeout here. Timeout Campolindo. They're going to think about it with 6.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. And we'll take a break. Come right back here on CHN. And welcome back on Comcast Hometown Network. Jason Hill alongside Steve Nicolopoulos from Moraga, California, as Campolindo takes on Rancho Cotate. 26-14, Rancho has the lead. And it's 2nd down and a long ways to go for Campolindo. Torchio in the gun. Looking to throw, launching it downfield, looking for Masadi. And he makes the catch on the back of the defender. Did he get in the end zone? Yes, he did.
Whoa, what a battle. Masadi does a great job of going up over the defender. The defender was in front of him. The ball was thrown just a little short, it looked. Masadi, that young man's got a set of wheels. My goodness, can that kid run.
And a set of hands. What a catch on the back of the defender.
And then he had to wrestle for the ball.
And in all of that, he fell in the end zone on the same play.
Wow. You know the old saying, it's better to be lucky than good. Well, he's good. He's not just lucky.
A high snap, but they get it right down, and Ortman nails it. And it's 26-21 in Woods. Look at this hell of a catch here from Masadi.
Oh, my goodness. He gets a good release. The defender is underneath him right here. The ball's thrown just a little bit short, but he comes over the top of him and just takes the ball away. Great concentration.
What a catch.
Tracking, concentration, strength, and speed.
That was one impressive play from both Torchio and then the catch by Masadi. And it's once again a 5-point ball game.
It just goes to show you how fast these two offenses can strike at any moment.
And the last time they scored this fast, Rancho Cotate came back in a wind and a breath of air and scored a touchdown. And back and forth we've gone just in the first half.
No, it's been a seesaw battle. They've just been trading touchdowns, but Cotate has been lucky to go ahead and score 2 touchdowns in a row, and that's the difference in this game so far.
Mason Heinz, you just saw a moment ago, is back around the 5 with Logan Reese up in front of him. Let's see where Ortman decides to kick it. And they're just going to kick a little pooch around the 30, and they may get to it.
Live ball.
And that's bouncing around, and Campolindo's on top of it.
Great job by Campo, special teams coach, calling a play like that. It's Campo ball.
Oh my, Campo ball. What a gutsy idea from Coach Macy and the special teams of Campolindo, and they get the ball back.
One of the things that was set that up, they had everybody up on that return team. They got everybody up on the return team there and here, and there's the hole right there because there's one back. They do a great job of recovering. Excellent.
Could not see who was on the bottom of that pile, but they got right to it. And just inside to the red zone, they hand it off to Shida. Trying to follow his wide receiver blocks on the outside, gets to around the 16-yard line.
Masadi and Justin Ehrenberger, the tight end, do a great job of blocking. at that edge, springing Yoshida outside.
Second down and about 5.
Coach Hoteling just talking to his coaching staff, saying, "Hey, look, we're okay. We need to settle down here."
Torchio again under center with 4 receivers. 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. He's just going to launch it towards the corner, and that is incomplete. Looking for Parker Windat.
Wouldn't have caught that, but that was the right play to call. You saw the box was loaded up with defenders that were going to go ahead and come. So you go to that one-on-one matchup. It was just thrown a little too far to the outside.
3rd down coming out up here for the Campolindo Cougars.
You want to get a first down here. You don't want to go ahead and waste this opportunity. So you got 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and long, 4.5 maybe. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Saudi all the way down the bottom of your screen. They send Regan in motion. Play action, Torchio, pressure right in front of him, just launches, caught, touchdown, Ehrenberger.
Whoa, great job of faking that power play, that off the right tackle. Quarterback boots to his left. The tight end runs a little slide route, wide open.
Just like that, Campolindo has the lead for the first time tonight.
Wow, what a game. This is unreal. These are 2 high school football teams, great high school football programs, and they're just battling out.
Ortman looking to make this a 2-point affair. Line drive kick, and it is good. Well, the special teams pays off, and they find Ehrenberger in the end zone.
See right here, Ehrenberger runs that drag across. Quarterback, he's wide open. Because it's a fake run play, everybody thinks he's going to go ahead and block, and he runs that little slide route right across the middle and wide open.
28-26, what a ball game, back and forth. Rancho Cotate at one point led by as much as 2 scores, and now sees them trailing by 2 points.
I'll tell you what, if you paid to get in here tonight, you're getting your money's worth. This is amazing football.
This is exactly what we expected from both of these teams. Campo, defending state champs in the Division IV AA after beating Bakersfield Christian in Bakersfield 31-7 a year ago. Rancho Cotate was about 2 games away from doing that. They lost in the semifinals to the North Coast section to would-be Bishop O'Dowd state champions in just about a 1-point game in that game as well. So back and forth of these offenses. And now we'll see what Rancho does. They have no deep back. And Campolindo, Ortman might just boot it towards the end zone.
I would put it deep. They're trying to bait him to do that. They're baiting him to do that.
And a deep kick, and it's going to bounce and fall into the end zone for a touchback.
That's what you want to do. Keep them from returning it. Got everybody up. They got beat on a pooch kickoff before. So coach was trying to go ahead and roll the dice.
Well, now Jake Simmons, who I think has felt like he's been on the sideline for a whole quarter after watching what Torchio has done to torch his defense and come back, and now he's down by 2 points.
Well, Simmons has got some outstanding weapons in his wide receivers, and he's also got a pretty good set of legs himself. So let's see what they go ahead and do here. 2-by-2 set.
Simmons rolling out to his right, just a little bit looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. It's number 88, Connor Barbado, the junior wide receiver.
Good job of Barbado coming from that 3rd receiver or a tight end position, just sliding out what we used to call a little arrow route to the outside, going underneath the 2 receivers going deep.
It's his 4th reception of the season. He had 3 for 65 yards in total coming into tonight. And first down and 10 here. It's Simmons in the gun. Buckley will run. Buckley hits a wall. And Larson was that wall.
That wall's name was Larson, Grant Larson.
He not only has been able to stop the run, he had one of the most magnificent interceptions I've seen all season.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was incredible. That was incredible. We've seen some incredible plays here tonight, Jace.
We've seen some bomb throws deep into the end zone. We've seen a kickoff return for a touchdown. We've almost seen a punt return for a touchdown. A great interception, a kickoff that led to Campbell getting the ball back and now hitting Buckley on that reception. Across the 40 to about the 41, maybe the 42, and third down coming on up.
And we're 4.5 minutes before half still.
What else can we see? So third and about 2 coming on up here for Simmons and the Rancho Cotate offense.
This is just straight up football too. These coaches aren't pulling any tricks out of their, out of their sleeve or out of a hat or any of that other stuff. They're just playing football.
Again, 2x2s, you would say, Coach, with Buckley to his left. Fakes it to Buckley. Simmons going to run, and he plows for a first down as he rams right into Larson. Larson couldn't stop that train from going.
Simmons wasn't going to be denied for that first down. And you saw Torchio give him a pat on the shoulder pad there. You know, quarterbacks respect for one another. That's, in a game like this, that's great to see.
First down at the 48-yard line of Rancho Cotate. Simmons, what he's shown, at least in my eyes tonight, he is an elite quarterback here in the Bay Area. Looking to throw. Throws it out in the flat. Finds Buckley. He's got a lot of room to run. He has the first down. Gets to the sideline. Almost tried to check back inside. But he's inside Campolindo Cougar territory.
Good job of using the inside receivers running outs and the outside receivers running clearing routes. Outside receivers push up field. Inside receivers both run outs. The quarterback just looks to see who's wide open.
First and 10 on Campolindo's 36-yard line. See next on CHN, San Ramon Valley and California High School and Aptos and Palma. 2 great matchups, especially in the EBAL. Simmons nails Ward. Ward trying to spin away, gets away at first, but just spun down onto the turf.
Still a little short.
So second and about along 3, maybe 4. Talking about those matchups coming on up. SRV, California High. It's 2 battles in the East Bay Athletic League, and same with Aptos and Palma down south. Another 2 fierce competitions on CHN.
CHN just keeps bringing them to us.
Simmons is going to run it himself, and he has the first down, and he may break free. He's going to run right into Torchio, and he gets the first down to the 15.
Torchio with a touchdown-saving tackle right there. So you got the quarterback tackling the quarterback.
Which you rarely see nowadays in high school.
Yeah, and Coach Macy was saying what an outstanding athlete Torchio is, that you just can't take him off the field. You don't want to lose him on offense or defense.
Especially since he was their strong safety in that state championship game. He's led this defense as well for 2 years now, going into his 3rd. At the varsity level. First and 10 from the 15, Simmons. Gonna let it fly wide up in the middle and almost picked off.
Off the hands of the receiver, Torchio just missed picking that one off. That was a good job of the inside receiver faking an out route and coming right back over the middle, wide open in the zone. You'll see right here, there's nobody in the middle. He just comes over. The ball was thrown behind him. That was number 9, Mason Hines.
Uncharacteristic from these Rancho Cotate receivers dropping the ball. That one just throwing a little behind, as he said, but Simmons, who's been on point, came in starting 30 for 38 on the season.
Those are some outstanding stats.
Simmons finds Ward inside the 10, trying to spin back inside, and he's tackled and brought down by number 36. And Ian Concepcion, glad to see him out there after he went down on the sideline.
Yeah, no, Concepcion was playing corner, and he went down on the sidelines early in the 2nd quarter.
Let's look at the catch.
Right there, does a good job of spinning back to the inside.
So 3rd and short, a big 3rd down inside the red zone. With Rancho Cotate down by 2 here with 1:23 left in the first half.
Simmons is going to keep it here, Jay.
Simmons tosses it to Buckley. Buckley trying to run back inside, and he meets the Cougars. From Campolindo, Larson and company bring him down. 4th down coming up.
It's going to go ahead and bring up a 4th down. What do? You're down by 2. You got a field goal kicker. Kick a field goal.
Well,
You'll be up by 1.
They're going to think about it. They called timeout here with about 1:09 left here in the first half. So Cotate with their 2nd timeout. And I'm with you, Coach. I don't know what you call here. Do you go for it and try to get into the end zone one more time before the half ends? Or do you try to just take the lead?
You look where the ball is. It's inside the hashes, so you've got a pretty decent lineup for your kicker. And he's got a leg, so I'd go for the 3.
Yeah, that would be
but
the
that's why I'm standing
everyday
up here.
choice.
That's why I'm standing up here and not down there making the call.
Well, Alfaro has not kicked a field goal this season. So they haven't had a chance to kick a field goal because they've scored so many touchdowns this year. And their starters on both offense and defense have not played a full game yet. This is almost the deepest they've gone into any game this season in their first 2 coming into week 3 for them.
Yeah, this is a good test for both of these squads, as we said early in the broadcast.
Well, they made the decision. They're going for it.
That's why I'm in the box and not on the sidelines, Jason.
4 receivers set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right. Simmons with Buckley to his right. 4th, and a short 3. Crowd has gotten loud here. Simmons gets the snap, looking, pressure coming, throws, incomplete!
He knocked away by the defender. Great job by number 28. Ryan Reagan, we've seen him. He's a 2-way starter, playing free safety and wide receiver. He takes care of that inside receiver very well.
Let's look at who is starting. Looked like Hines from up here.
Larson right in his face.
And off the hands of Hines, that's 2 that it came off his hands. And now a turnover on downs. Torchio and company with 65 seconds left and 2 timeouts deep in their own half.
Be a little bit careful.
Do you think we might see a good dose of Ishida here?
Ishida. And go in at halftime.
So they're going to have 3 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left with Ishida behind Torchio, who's under center. And they're going to throw it quick, and that's complete. And Masadi will get up to about the 9, maybe the 10.
Good idea getting the ball in one of your best players' hands out in space. Masadi.
So for Rancho Cotate, they went for it. They will get the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and chose to defer.
Yeah, that's one reason why I would have probably gone for the field goal attempt. But again, they know their personnel much better than I do. But hey, like I said, that's why I'm here and they're there.
Taking his time snapping the ball is Torchia as we're under half a minute to play in the first half.
Hey, just go ahead and milk the clock out. You don't want to go ahead and make any mistakes. Give the ball away here.
And Campolindo will take a timeout here with about 18 seconds left. 28-26, and they're just looking to milk the rest of this clock.
No, smart thing by Campolindo here to make sure that you secure the ball and you don't give it away. You don't get a fumble. You don't get it picked. That's the last thing you want to do is go into the halftime with and having to have to kick off and putting yourself in a hole.
Well, they were in a hole for quite a while in this first half, found a way to climb out of it with a couple of big plays, and this whole first half has been big plays. And now they're coming down to the little plays right now, just trying to milk the rest of this clock. It's the finishing
touches here that really are important. It's these are the things that you practice at the end of practice when everybody's tired, so that they don't make mental mistakes, so that they don't make errors. They know exactly what it is they have to do.
Campo, who's been all-around scholastic team of their league almost every season, they have the smarts in the football IQ, and see what Coach Macy in the offense has called. They'll hand it off to Sheeta. Sheeta trying to break in that second level, close to that first down marker, but I think that should probably do it for the first half.
That'll probably go ahead and put it into halftime.
Final 4 seconds, and They'll just watch the clock run on down. What a first half here. Rancho Cotate and Campolindo as advertised, 28-26.
Explosive offenses and tough defenses.
Well, we'll be back after this. We'll take a break here on CHN. And welcome back here at halftime on CHN from Campolindo High School, where the Cougars from Campolindo have a 2-point lead over the Cougars from Corona Park and Rancho Cotate. And Coach, what a first half, and let's check out how that first half happened with the first half highlights.
Highlights, these are some great highlights here. Here's the punt that set up that first touchdown, Jason. It was a great punt return. He's able to get the edge, use his feet. Look how fast this young man is. And he just laid some wood on number 9, Torchio.
And then found Buckley, who waltzes into the end zone. And made it 7-0 right away for Rancho Cotate. Campo didn't want to go down that quickly and found themselves in a hole. They came right back.
Here's a great job of Torchio rolling to his left. And this is what I would call the catch, because it looked to me as if he was throwing it away, and all of a sudden, number 28 comes out of nowhere and just plucks the ball out of the air.
And then Simmons says, I got an arm as well, and he launches one down the field for who else? Logan Reese.
Reese, Mr. Do-It-All. He's able to do everything.
The pump fake and finds Cyrus Hernandez.
That was set up by some poor coverage right there. The receiver just ran right by the defensive back, got great separation, and Simmons does a good job of reading what he has.
Well, it was 19-7, and then this play to Mr. Lucas Allen for a touchdown.
Allen does a great job of tightrope walking, coming back to the ball after that play fake.
And then Simmons shows off his arm once again, and who else? Logan Reese.
Mr. I Can Do It All. Logan Reese with a great catch and steal from the defender. Torchio trying to say, well, I got it, but no, a tie always goes to the offensive player.
But then all of a sudden, the attack and the momentum shifted. Torchio
with a nice job of reading that slide route wide open for the tight end right across the middle. Here you can see him coming into the picture, and then doing a good job of the defense knocking it down and taking over to run the clock out.
Well, as the clock ran on down, it made it just a 2-point game. They ran out the clock here at halftime. Cougars 28, Rancho Cotate Cougars 26. Take a break. Come right back. And welcome back as halftime's coming to a close and the third quarter is just about to begin here on Comcast Hometown Network. Jason alongside Steve Nicolopoulos here in Moraga, California on the campus of Campolindo High School, where the Campolindo Cougars have just a 2-point lead over the visiting Rancho Cotate Cougars, 28-26, as both teams have come back into Bob Wilson Stadium. Coach, what do you think Cotate talked about in the locker room?
Cotate let it slip away just a little bit there towards the end. They got to go ahead and have some consistency like they did at the very beginning. I'm sure they can do it. They haven't played a full game, though. Their starters have not played a full game. So I think that's something that Coach Hodling is maybe probably a little bit concerned with. On the other side, I think that Coach Macy's really proud of his guys not letting go, not giving up and fighting back, and they're able to fight back and take control on offense. I think his concern is a little bit on defense. You know, he likes to run that same type defense. He's got to do something, I think, with his corners and not letting the receivers like number 1 and number 17 getting clean releases the way they are and just running right down the field, getting the long pass.
See Coach Hoteling there in his first season, 2-0 already, filling in for the historic Coach Conroy from Rancho Cotate, who built this program for about 28 years. And now he's seen them grow, and 2-0, far down by 2 points. But Coach Macy, who's been here for 22 years in his own right, coming off a state championship season, has found a way that his team still has that state championship kind of heart, came all the way back, and has a 2-point lead here going in the second half.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting battle here in the second half. It's going to be a battle of attrition. Who can stay healthy, who can keep their energy level up, and not get down if you give up a big play. As you've seen, there's been some really big plays that have taken place, but nobody's given up and nobody's let down. They've got a short memory on defense, and that's what you have to have when you get beat, a short memory. Forget it and move on.
You did mention that Rancho Cotate, when we talked to Coach Hoteling, that they haven't played a whole game with their starters. What does that do coming into this? You're playing in a 2-point game. You haven't played a full game as a starter. What goes to the mindset as the coach and as a player?
Well, they practice. I mean, you know, you practice full practices. The offense is practicing the entire period. They're doing everything they normally do. It's just that in their first 2 games, they got some extra rest. You know, they're really being battle tested now. They weren't tested previously, and Campo's definitely come out and put the test to them. So that's got to be the concern. Can they fight? Can they fight through this and come out on top?
So they've seen that Campo's done a little short pooch kick on kickoffs. So you got to worry about that going in the second half, especially starting as you're going to receive the ball, as you won the toss and chose to defer, start the ball game.
Well, you know, I think you might see them do what they did before, bait them a little bit, put everybody up, and force them to kick deep. And you'll see that the up people are going to go ahead and bail out and drop back and see if they can go ahead and catch it. We see the coaches here. Coach is having a good old time.
I don't know if it's a dance move or a stretch.
I don't know what coordinator that is.
I think he's auditioning for Dancing with the Stars.
And there's some young Cougars.
Yeah,
it says state champ, so those are Campolindos.
It's a very nice crowd on hand here tonight. The 12th man for Campolindo's in full force, and these parents and students alike have been into it all ball game.
Oh, everybody's enjoying this game. It's a great game. You see the stands are packed. It's a beautiful stadium. It's a beautiful setting, and it's also a beautiful night here.
Yeah, just that slight breeze after the heat wave we've been having in the Bay Area. It's nice that it finally cooled down below 80 degrees.
Yeah, you see some people with some scarves and sweaters. That's something you haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, football and fall are starting to begin to show up here in the Bay Area, and now Ortman will look to kick deep. And they do have their returners right up about the 20-yard line with Ward in number 21 and Cyrus Hernandez.
Well, that's the adjustment you have to make, and if it's kicked deep, got to make sure that it goes in the end zone. So if it's over your head, know where you're at. Yeah, the ball blew off the tee there.
So maybe the wind's blowing just a little bit. So Ortman, who's worked with Giorgio Tavecchio, who is also here in the stadium tonight from Oakland Raiders. And this one's kicked deep. And it's going to bounce through the end zone for a touchback.
Now that's a very wise decision that the coach has made. You bait everybody to come up, and you let your kicker go ahead and kick it deep. And they don't have a chance to go ahead and return it because they're retreating backwards to go ahead and catch that ball. So they're not going to be able to catch it on the run and move forward.
So now Simmons and the offense come back on out. He's only thrown about 3 or 4 incomplete passes, and when he's connected, it's been deep down the field or a little short dink and dunk that have led to about an 8-yard catch and run. So 2 by 2, 2 receivers out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Simmons in the gun. Fakes it to Buckley. Now pressure. He's dancing around in the pocket. Simmons going to throw, and he throws it and finds his man down the field for a first down. And that's in number 9, Mason Hines.
Hines does a good job of helping his quarterback out. He's running a fairly deep route. They want to call it a 9 route. But he sees his quarterback scrambling, so he turns around and comes back to meet the quarterback, show him his numbers, and show him that he could go ahead and catch that ball.
Simmons rolling out to his left, hits Ward. Ward spinning away, but can't get away from number 27 and Kaleo Nelson.
Ward, a very elusive runner, doing a great job of catching that short ball, spinning and getting free, but he couldn't get free that time.
His speed on the inside slot, and at his height, he has been dangerous tonight on those short passes. And Jalen Ward is out the slot to the left. Looks like they might have a tight end or a third lineman on the left side. Ball falls out of the hands of Simmons. He's going to let it fly. Wide open is Ward. And he's got a lot of room to run. Watch him kick it into another gear across the 40.
Wow, great job. I can't remember where he lined up right there. We'll see where he lines up. We don't see a wide shot. If we go back and take a look at a wide shot after this, you see him just run a little crossing route. There he just turns the speed on. He comes for that number 3 receiver. Just runs a little shallow cross. The big pickup.
Again, 4 receivers set. Simmons with Buckley to his left. Looking to his left, looking to throw, launching it down the field for Ward, and incomplete. And great coverage by Regan.
Regan does a good job of using the sideline as a 12th defender. He squeezes him out to the sideline, he pushes him out, and he's got inside leverage, and the ball has to be thrown just perfectly. It was just overthrown.
2nd down and 10 coming on up. See the play calling boards off to the sideline.
Tempo here, Jay. It's starting to pick up just a little bit offensively for Rancho.
Stanford in an 8-ball. We'll find out what that is.
I think they're talking about you and me. I don't know which one's Stanford and which one's 8-ball.
I don't want to know which one is either at this
there
point.
You go.
Heads it off to Buckley. Buckley gets away from 1 tackle and tries up for maybe 5 to close to 6 yards on that run.
Good surge by the offensive line there to go ahead and make that big pickup, make it 3rd and somewhat manageable.
And he was tackled by you-know-who, Mr. Larson.
Mr. Everywhere on defense.
His vision for where the ball is going has been fantastic tonight.
Well, you know, they at Campo, they spend lunch watching films every single day, so that makes a great player to know what's coming at him.
Simmons overthrows his man. One of the few bad high passes, looking for Hupp that time, and it's 4th down.
A little bit of pressure, and he's rushing his pass there on that play action. He runs that play action, and he just doesn't set himself up. But they're going to go for it, it looks like.
Another 4th down try here for Simmons in the offense.
If you're the defense, you want to hold your water. That means you don't want to jump off sides and give them an automatic 1st down here.
Big play of the 2nd half has already shown up here. Fakes it to Buckley, letting it fly. Caught Ward right around the 1st down marker, and I think he has it.
He's got it. Yeah, he's got it, definitely.
And I think they're going to measure.
They're going to measure. Nice little out route to the slot receiver. He runs an out route away from the defensive player, and that's what gives him that easy catch.
And they did give it to him, a 1st down for Rancho Cotate.
They push the outside receiver up. The inside receiver runs a quick out. It's pitch and catch, because the defensive player can't run from inside out.
Big 4th down conversion keeps the drive alive. Simmons sees the pressure coming, rolling out to his right. Now rolling back to his left. He finds a man, and that's caught.
I don't know how he does it. I really don't. He rolls to his right. He sees a defender in his face. He turns to his left. He sees another defender in his face. He looks downfield, and he completes a pass.
Finds Buckley. When Coach Hoteling talked about Simmons, he could not stop talking about Simmons. He loves his quarterback, and he goes, when he looks down the field, he looks through, 1 receiver, 2 receiver, 3 receiver, 4 receivers. Then he rolls out, still looking to throw on the pass, and he finds a man open still before he even thinks about running the ball.
Not many high schoolers have that knack of being able to keep looking downfield.
And now he's going to run. He will get a couple.
3rd and real short. Very manageable right here.
3rd and about a long 1, maybe 2. Calling the plays from the wristband. So 3rd and short. As we've seen all night, the exact same formation on every play, but they run so many different plays from this one side. Now Simmons, and the whistle is blowing, a false start.
Yep, that's going to put him back 5.
Dead ball, false start, offense.
Got the call from Dan Leary, our referee tonight. So 28-26, just Coach Hoteling. First-year head coach, was the offensive coordinator for 3 years. From 3rd and short to 3rd and 6. They got to move the ball back up. Just respotted maybe half a yard, a little further up.
Makes it a little bit more difficult right here. Changes your play.
Simmons, quick throw, complete to Ward. Ward bounces outside, cuts back on up, and he has the first down right around the 15-yard line.
Too much of a cushion there on the by the defense. You see the defense playing a big cushion right there. All he does is sit, picks up the 5, and then runs away from Larson right there.
Coach, have you felt the tempo for Rancho Cotate's offense has slowed significantly down in the start of the second half?
Yeah, you're right. They're not as quick-paced as they were in the first half. I don't know whether that's because they're concentrating on what they want to go ahead and pick up here.
3 receivers out to the right now with 1 out to the left. Simmons looking to the right, rolling out to his right, finds a man wide open in Ward. Ward from the 10, bounces away from one tackler and gets about 9 yards.
Yeah, Ward just runs away from the defender there. Runs a little arrow route to the outside, does a good job of clearing. They really have some great pass routes here at Rancho. They run a lot of clearing routes, some underneath things, slipping underneath. Some good concepts they're running.
So second, and they gave him about 8, so 2nd and 2. Again, back to that 2-by-2. With Buckley to the left of Simmons. Simmons looking to throw. He's going to find his running back in Buckley, and Buckley will fall into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, just like that, they go back on top. Buckley does a good job of getting out into the flat. Simmons delivers the ball to him so that he can go ahead and square his shoulders up and get across the goal line.
Just like that, Rancho Cotate retakes the lead. Wait here on the extra point. Faro has missed one.
Extra points have been a premium tonight.
And this one's up, and it is good. And it's now 33-28. Let's look at it. They got to that score with the touchdown to Mr. Buckley.
Here it is. You see Buckley going ahead and running an out route. Wide open. And then he squares his shoulders up and just gets across the goal line. Great job. He's coming out of the backfield. You see he's uncovered. Inside linebacker can't go with him. Good play calling by the offensive coordinator.
So 33-28, Rancho Cotate has jumped back in front. Now Campolindo will have to respond. It was about a 5-minute drive. 80 yards in 5 minutes. They milked a lot of that clock, and that's been the longest drive they've had tonight.
It's been the longest drive, I think,
by
both teams.
Yeah.
By both teams.
So there's Masadi. He'll wait for the kick from Alfaro. Hasn't really had too many chances to return tonight.
No, Alfaro's really been able to go ahead and put it in the end zone. Set it up for his defense.
Faro here with the kick. It's a booming one. This will be returnable from the 1 just in front of the goal line. Masadi finds the hole, gets across to the 20. Gets all the way down to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line, about a 22-yard return.
You got Masadi, looks like he's down with a little bit of a cramp. His legs cramping up.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that happens when you play as hard as that young man's been playing all night tonight.
He's being tended to just on the sideline. We'll take a break and come right back. And welcome back. Masadi got off the field pretty quickly there, and looks like maybe just a cramp, but here's Torchio now trying to respond to the long drive from the Cotate Cougars. And he's just going to run. Maybe it was designed to be an option. He just goes on up, gets a couple yards.
Looked like he was trying to run a little option, get the ball to the outside, run it into the short side of the field, the boundary side.
So his running back went a little too far out wide. So
well, the quarterback cannot be that far behind the running back. In other words, they were at an equal level. Quarterback's got to attack the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 7. And Torchio will go under center with Ishida as the running back. And they'll hand it to him. So he tries to bounce out to the left. And a flag comes on out, gets across the 30. Most likely another hold.
Yeah, coming in from the side judge there, it's definitely going to go ahead and be a hold.
Second down.
So Mattery with the tackle, but it nullified, bring it all the way back thanks to the hold. And push them all the way back inside their own 20 to about the 16.
Mattery doing a good job there at the Mike linebacker position. He's just like Grant Larson for Rancho, the guy that calls all the plays, that sets all the defenses.
Yeah, the other one on that defense, Rantisi, has been the one that forces Torchio to get out of the pocket a lot, but despite that, he's found a way to throw from his running to his left and finding wide open receivers. Torchio in the gun. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Trying to find Windat, and that's incomplete.
Great job of defense right there. The ball was just a little bit underthrown.
Some on the sideline here wanted a flag on that last play.
Yeah, it was, you know, it's hard for us to go ahead and see all the way across the field, but it kind of looked like he might have got there just a little bit early, but it was a no call.
Torchio, 3rd down and long. So he gets in the huddle and calls his plays to his fellow Cougars. Rancho Cotate sideline getting into it, trying to get their defense going. 3rd and 20. Torchio running out to his right, looking down the field. He's going to try to throw it. No, he's going to run with the pressure coming, and he's going to get to about the 20 as he's tackled on down. It's like Mattery put the pressure on him first.
That was set up by some great coverage. They ran a little switcheroo there. The defensive line, they dropped a defender. They rushed with 3. They spied with Mattery. Torchio pushes Mattery away, but they only rushed 3 that time and covered with 8. So that's what set that up defensively.
Torchio will punt. And Mr. Reese is waiting, but this is a short punt and goes on out at about the 41.
Well, good field position for a team that can strike just like that.
Well, they had a nice long drive to open up the 3rd. Now with 5-point lead, looking to extend it here.
So if you're a Campo fan, your defense is going to have to step up here and play some tight man-to-man coverage, and your safeties are going to have to play over the top. The linebackers can't make the plays underneath, and that's what's killing them. Simmons is just picking them apart.
Yeah, for Coach Macy, they only had about 2 returning starters on both defense and a couple more on offense here coming from that state championship team. And we talked about, you said that they watch film during lunch every day at school, which has led to them giving them the opportunity as defensive backs and linebackers to change what their coverage is at any moment during the game before the play.
Exactly. They have a set defense based upon what they see and down and distance.
Simmons going to let it fly for Ward, and that is caught. And there's a flag.
Yeah, it's going to be holding at the line of scrimmage. That was a great catch by Ward. And that was right there in cover 2,
Holding.
right in the middle.
Offense. Repeat, first down.
So a holding call, but a great grab by Ward on that nice throw from Simmons. He would have probably elevated that pass a little higher. He might have even gotten more, but nullified by the flag.
Wouldn't have made a difference.
Nope. And that's what's been troubling Rancho Cotate tonight. Too many holding calls.
Well, again, a lot of these offensive linemen probably have not played a full game. So fatigue starts to come into play here. And if you're not really ready for it, it can really hamper your game.
And also comes with some mental mistakes by the hold along with the physical ones. Simmons, quick throw, complete to Reese. Another flag is out.
It's going to be another hold at the line of scrimmage.
And this is what Coach Hoteling was, if it goes against his squad for a hold, what he was worried about is that his team hasn't played an entire game, especially on the offensive side of the ball, when they've blown everybody away in the first half, and defensively they've been strong.
Holding. Offense.
Our official tonight with the call.
Yeah, Dan Leary. Push him. So push this all the way back, even deeper in Rancho Cotate territory. This is going to be inside the 40, all the way down to the 36. So first and 30.
That's right. They've had 2 holding penalties at the line of scrimmage, so it's 10 and 10, plus the original 10. So it's first and 30.
This is
time for 4 verticals right here, and maybe Buckley underneath with a little swing pass.
Explode on any play, Coach, and they have a lot of time and a lot of room to throw it at. Simmons to Ward. And Ward's going to find a little den of Cougars waiting for him right around the 48. And he was brought down late. No flag. A good chunky yardage eaten up.
15 yards on that play is a big play, and the crowd a little bit disappointed that there was no
unnecessary roughness in that
exactly.
play.
Larson put a finishing touch on that last play. So Larson tried to put his stamp on that tackle, and the Rancho fans did not like it.
So Simmons, second down and still very long. Second and 15, so they took half of that first and 30 away. Pump fake, wide open on the sideline, intercepted!
It's a pick. Great job by Regan reading that pass play.
They were looking for Hernandez, and Regan jumped the route, and another turnover, the second interception of the season, the second of the game by Jake Simmons.
That was a great job of the free safety jumping it there. You see he's going to run it out. He goes downfield, looks like he's going to go ahead. And there's that undercut by the defender right there just to pull it right out of the air. Reagan does a great job.
So the last time turnover, they looked to try to score once again here. Gun here for Torchio, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. After turnover, they like to go deep, and they are going deep. Launching, looking for Masani, just way, way overthrown.
Well, that's what you do on a turnover, is try and hit a home run. And he was thrown into double coverage right there. So he had to really put something on it, and the receiver just couldn't get underneath.
Good coverage down the field by Reese and company as well. As you said, in double coverage, just trying to force the needle.
So I'm looking to see where number 7 is. Number 7 is going to be on the wide side, away from us at the top of your screen.
4 receiver set and a flag.
Well, there's a little bit of movement.
Dead ball, false start, offense. 5 yards, still second down.
So 2nd and 15 after the false start.
Hey, and incomplete, so 2nd down, 15.
Stick to that same formation before the flag. He's going to look to throw quickly. Allen makes the catch. He has the first down.
Allen does a great job of running a skinny post to the single receiver side.
Great job by Allen.
Yeah, no, the defensive back was playing way off with a great cushion. Playing off with a big cushion on him. So he just runs a skinny post right there. Picks up a big play, first down.
2 by 2 here for Campolindo. 2 receivers out to the left, 2 out to the right. Sheeta, the lone back, behind Torchio, looking to throw. And it's caught by Windat. And he's got the first down as he goes down the sideline, stiff-arming Hernandez.
Windat, powerful stiff arm there, going ahead and making 2 defenders take him down on the tackle, out of bounds.
So Reese will force him out of bounds and make that tackle. And Windat with another catch and run.
3-step, little out, little hitch route. Great, great stiff arm.
Seen a couple of those tonight. Again, Torchio under center. Looking out to his right now, he's going to throw it short to his left to Sheeta, and a flag comes out. Sheeta has the first down and more. He gets inside the 20, but this is most likely coming back.
Yeah, this is a drive killer right here. You're starting to pick up some yardage, and you get offensive holding called by the umpire.
Holding, offense. Repeat, first down.
So 1st and 20 now for Campolindo.
Campo doing something that they haven't done in a while, and that's go by 3 by 1, and they're throwing the ball to the single receiver side because they've got backside zone coverage on that single man.
Well, Coach Hoteling said he recorded 29 different formations in the first 3 games for Campolindo, and I think we've seen at least half of those 29 tonight. Masadi, the lone receiver, up top. Regan Windat on the bottom, along with Allen in the gun for Torchio with the Sheeta to the left. Looking to throw. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to get sacked. And that's Barbato with the sack.
That time they brought the 2 outside defensive ends upfield and boxed, and the defensive tackles were able to go ahead and collapse the pocket and force him to step up and get tackled by the linebacker.
2.5 left to play here in the third. 33-28, Rancho Cotate. The only score of the second half so far. And then the interception off of Simmons by Regan has led to this drive here for Campolindo. Torchio in the gun with 3 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. The lone receiver is Windat. Torchio looking to his left, still looking, and that is complete. And now looking to break free is Regan. And 3rd down coming on up.
3rd down and 10, so they picked up the penalty yardage there, but you still have a long 10 to go ahead and go.
Awarded Ryan Mattery the tackle. And it's right back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. So Masadi now will be all alone out to the left. 4 receivers set. Low snap, but Torchio has it. Gonna throw it out to Regan all alone. Cuts back inside of the 25, trying to get to that first down marker, and he might be a yard short.
He's a couple yards short. Doing a good job of getting the ball out in space, but Mattery doing a good job of making a sure tackle right there.
And they eyeballed it and say instead, first down.
Wow. That close.
And move the change for Campolindo on a key call right there.
Yeah, Reagan, that was Reagan on that reception. He does a great job of finding the open space and just making sure he got that first down.
I'm going to send Regan in motion. And Masadi has it fumble. I think he fell right back on top of it.
He did. That's a spot where you try to use a trick play, and I don't know if you needed that. They ran that fly sweep and faked it, went to a pitch with a reverse from Masadi coming from the right side going left.
Final 20 seconds of the third. This quarter has flown on by.
Much faster than the first half, Jay.
Torchio under center, second and about 11. Looking to throw, going to throw quickly. And Masadi incomplete. Great coverage by Jalen Ward.
Ward doing a great job of breaking that pass play up, playing tight man coverage there on the outside.
So this might be the final play of the third. 3rd and 11 here for Campolindo. Windat gets the call from the sideline. He'll run it on into the huddle. So we have Allen and Regan out to the left. Windat and Masadi out to the right with Ishida out to the left. Looking to throw. Finds Ishida. Ishida tries to cut back inside, and he's going to take a hit.
Ooh, my goodness. Was he met by Mattery coming from that linebacker position. It's going to make it a 4th down. Mattery just came up and smattered him. Great job. He gets out in the gets the ball out there. Look, he cuts back inside, and there's Mattery, and just wham.
Well, Mattery shuts the door down on that drive, maybe for the moment, as we head to the 4th. Rancho Cotate with a 5-point lead here on CHN. So we enter into the final 12 minutes here on CHN between Rancho Cotate and Campolindo. It's 33-28 Cougars over the Cougars.
You know, it's going to come down to a last play here. I just know it is. The way this game has been going back and forth all night long, these two offenses have just been outstanding, and it's going to come down to who has the ball at the end last.
Well, Coach, we were talking during the break. Do you kick a field goal or you go for it and the offense is back on the field?
Here comes another formation. They got a fullback in instead of Yoshida.
Yeah,
number 45.
Lutzenecker.
Blocking back.
Torchio looking, throwing. Regan right to the 10 and a 1st down on 4th and 4.
Regan does a great job of knowing where the first down marker is going to be, and he gets down there and makes a sure-handed catch.
Now we'll make it 1st and goal.
There's your blocking back right there, making sure that he's got good max protection. Gets the ball to Reagan.
So 1st and goal from the 10.
This is a big drive here.
This all started with the interception by Mr. Regan. Torchio under center. Yoshida moved.
Somebody started a little too fast.
He had all the momentum going into 1st and goal, and then he, just like that, slowed it down.
False start, offense.
1st and goal from the 15 instead.
Well, 2 things. That gives you a little bit more space if you want to go ahead and run some crossing routes, some fade routes. Doesn't help the defense.
So now, empty backfield for the first time tonight. 5 receiver set for Campolindo. Torchio's going to run it right up the middle and push forward and all the way down to about the 6.
Well, that's what you do. A smart quarterback reads how many guys he has in the box. He counts numbers and sees that he's got 5 blockers in front of him. Right there. They're rushing 5.
So 2nd and goal now from about the 6.
Well, this is definitely manageable right here.
Again, they go empty backfield. 5 receivers, 3 out to the right, 2 out to the left.
They're keeping 6 in the box now, so it's going to be a pass.
They put Allen in motion. They're going to call a timeout. So 2nd and goal from about the 6. We'll take a timeout as well. 33-28, Rancho Cotate has the lead. Second down and goal from the 5s. The Cougars and Campolindo and the Cougars from Rancho Cotate battle it out here. And the 4th is the Campolindo Cougars. Got some moves going on.
I don't know which Cougar mascot that is, but it covers all bases. It covers all bases.
I believe it's Campolindo's, but
the hometown.
Yeah.
The hometown Cougars.
There you go.
Not the visiting Cougars.
2nd and goal. Again, empty backfield once again. And Torchio's going to run himself. He goes out to the outside, cuts back in, reaching for the end zone.
They're going to
mark him down just short.
Yeah, he was down and he reached the ball out. Again, he was trying to go ahead and set something up with 5 empty backfield. You see the empty backfield here. Man-to-man coverage. If you got man-to-man coverage and you can get to the outside, you're going to go in home free. Because what happens is the defenders are running with the receivers.
3rd and goal from the 1.
Empty again.
Windad now on to the left. Regan and company out to the right. Torchio, touchdown. Campolindo.
Does it with his legs.
But I think there's a flag.
Oh, there's some laundry on the field. Looks like it's going against Campo.
Little discussion here.
Yeah. Scored and was from the side, you know.
Still discussing that last flag.
All right. Block in the back. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
Block in the back on 3rd and goal.
Block in the back? How do you get a block in the at the line of scrimmage? I don't kind of.
Coach Macy's asking the same thing.
That how can you get a block in the back when it's a quarterback run? You've got empty backfield.
I'm just as confused as you are. Let's look at it.
Let's take a look and see. Where's a block in the back here?
Right. No.
Oh, yeah,
right
downfield.
There. 13.
Right there, 13, block in the back.
Allen
doing a no-no there. So, again, I was wrong. We were both wrong on that call. Good job by the officials.
Mm-hmm.
And our replay operator.
Yeah, Mr. Bill Kerrigan down in the truck. So, 3rd and goal from now
the
11 instead of the 1. Empty backfield once again. They've ran it a ton here with Torchio. See if they look to throw now. Torchio letting it fly to the corner, and he hops it incomplete. Looking for Windat.
Windat caught it, but you can't catch it on a bounce.
It's not baseball where you can get the one hop.
Yep.
So now, do you kick a field goal, Coach?
Here's the pass. He just skips it in.
Well, the offense is still out there, so no field goal attempt now.
No, you've got him buried back on the 10-yard line. Three points is only going to get you to 31. You're still going to be shy too. So definitely go for it.
Well, timeout, Rancho Cotate as they see the offense come on out. 33-28. We'll take a short break and come right back. Welcome back. Big fourth down decision coming on up here for Coach Macy and the Campolindo Cougars. 4th and goal from the 11-yard line.
Well, you know, your players, every time you go into a huddle like this, your players are telling you, Coach, we can get it. Coach, we can get it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. And sometimes you listen to them and sometimes you don't. Just depends on how much you trust your guys. And it looks like Coach Macy definitely trusts his players on this one. So this is a tough call. We were talking about it at the break. You know, you kick a field goal, you're still down by 2. Your defense has to get another stop. You got them down here in the inside the 10.
Big fourth down, empty backfield. 5 receivers set, 3 out to the right, 2 out to the left. Masadi is the slot back to the left with Allen as the outside receiver to him. Almost got a defender to jump off sides. He finds Masadi and just short of the end zone, right around the 2.
Yeah, I saw that one. Saw that play coming because you got a good matchup. Masadi on Buckley, the running back, but Buckley does a great job of making a tackle. You know, you had the matchup you wanted.
Yeah, Eric Hupp as well in that area for the tackle on Masadi.
Oh, that's who it was. It was a linebacker.
And Mr. Hupp with a touchdown-saving tackle. But now, it's 1st and 10 from your own 2-yard line.
Well, nothing's impossible for Simmons tonight.
Again, same formation, 4 receivers set, 2 out to the left, 2 out to the right, with Buckley, the running back, to his right. And they give it to Buckley, and Buckley bounces out to the left. And he's going to get about 1.
Yeah, you have to be very careful in here, down in this end of the field, in your own end zone.
You'd also have to think that Rancho Cotate is thinking milk as much time on the clock. If you don't score, try to eat up as much game clock as you can.
Right. If you throw the ball, it's incomplete. You stop the clock. You're helping out Campo.
Simmons again. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Throws it short to Ward. Ward across the 10. Bounces around and tried to spin away at the 15, and he has a first down.
Ward is so good on that shallow crossing route there. See Ward coming right across right here. Shallow cross, right at the line of scrimmage. Sits underneath everybody. You've got linebackers chasing. Just can't keep up with them. Too fast of a runner.
They almost got 2 defenders to jump off sides there on the hard count. Maybe just change the play at the line. Simmons is going to run it himself, and he runs right at number 40 in the wall there. That's Monkarsh. Makes that tackle.
Hitman, Torshio both came up and made a play.
So gain of a couple. It's like 3. 2nd and 7.
Still in that 2-by-2 set, Jay.
All night long. I don't think they've gone into any different formation tonight. Simmons again. Gonna let it fly, finds Ward for a first down.
Ward is everywhere tonight. Catching passes, it's amazing.
Macy, not too happy.
No, I'd be a little bit upset here too. A lot of time. He just knows exactly where the hole is going to be in this zone defense.
His route running for Ward has been absolutely outstanding tonight. He's always seems to be open on every play for Simmons.
Don't forget you got number 17 down here at the bottom. Watch number 17 down here at the bottom.
Fakes the run, throws this one quickly. Little wide receiver bubble screen. It goes nowhere.
No, but it does use up clock, okay? And clock is Campolindo's worst enemy right now. They got to put a stop on Rancho and get the ball back.
So Ian Concepcion awarded that tackle. Again, the iPhone and Beats by Dre headset.
I think we've seen this play before.
Seems to be the most successful play.
Got a tight end.
And a few different formations. Simmons letting it fly down the field. Intercepted Torchio. The third interception of the night. Torchio to the 30. Torchio trying to find some blockers, and Reese is going to stop him. And it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of Rancho Cotate, the third turnover of the night.
Turnovers have been killers for Rancho tonight, and Torchio does a great job just playing center field there and reading the eyes of the quarterback and stepping in for a pick.
Here, Coach, Simmons came in tonight with 8 touchdown passes and no interceptions.
Yeah, he's got a few tonight.
3 tonight.
You see Torchio just dropping right here, stepping in front.
Torchio under center now. He's going to look to throw the little running back screen. Ishida to the 10. Runs into his own man all the way down to about the 5. Windat did the own tackling.
Windat saying, my bad, my bad. If I wasn't there. Great call right there, great call. See a little screen route. Gets a good block on the Mike linebacker. And Ishida does a good job. He lowers his head and drives into Windat.
So they're going to mark him down at the 6. 1st and goal. Last time they had 1st and goal, ended up turning it over on downs.
Well, you had a penalty that killed you.
Block in the back, but second chance here in the 4th. Ishida bouncing out to the right. Trying to bounce all the way out to the sideline. Now he's just going backwards and tackled for a huge loss to about the 15.
That's not the way you want to go. You're trying to make a play. I understand what that young man's trying to do. He's trying to go ahead and cut back, but you got to cut your losses.
And it was a big tackle by Mr. Rantisi.
He's stretching it. He's running a stretch. Ward does a good job of sealing that edge and forcing it back in. And 55 steps up and makes a great tackle.
9-yard loss makes it 2nd goal from the 15.
I think we've been here before tonight.
And maybe just moments ago, too.
Exactly.
3 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Torchio has Ishida to his right. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to go down for a sack. Again, Rantisi and company.
Rancho's defense steps up to the task right there. 2 plays in a row.
And now, you think about it, you don't know what's going to happen after that 4th and goal. Anyways, you stop into 2, you get the interception, but the field goal might have another chance if you came down here later if you made a stop. Could have had another field goal to take the lead.
Yeah. Always second guessing yourself, you know.
3rd and goal from the 21 as the crowd rises for Campolindo. Torchio lets it fly. Caught. Masadi all the way down to about the 2.
Masadi, great job catching the ball between 2 defenders. What a great set of hands this kid has. He's a baller. He's a fighter. Take a look at this. Coming down across the middle, he's got 2 defenders on him. He makes the 3rd one miss, and he just misses the goal line. So you got 4th and goal. We've been here before.
So 4th and goal from the 2 as we're just about to hit 4 minutes left.
Coach Macy waiting to see if he's going to go ahead and call a timeout. He's got 2 timeouts left.
And he does. Timeout. Campolindo, a big play in this game is just about to happen, but we will stop, take a break, come back on Comcast Hometown Network. Welcome back. 3:53 left in the ball game. 33-28 is your score. Campolindo with the ball once again. 4th and goal from the 2. The last time they had it here, they thought they got the touchdown, brought back by a penalty, and they got stopped at the 2-yard line. Now, Masadi gets stopped at the 2 on 3rd and goal, and they're looking to try to take the lead once again.
Yeah, I wonder what play you have in your bag of tricks right here. And I don't mean a trick play. They're just going to run something that they're used to, something that they're confident with. But they've got so many different formations.
4th and goal. This could be the game in this very moment. Looks like they may go with an empty backfield once again in this same area. 5 receivers set. Torchio in the gun. Rolling out to his right. Looking. He may run. Throws it. Incomplete.
What a stop by the defense. You know, I'm going to go back to the start of that play. They broke the huddle with 12 players. They ran one guy off the field. That was something that wasn't picked up by the officials. They had 12 in the huddle.
Campolindo has been denied twice on 4th and goal in this quarter alone, and now they must make a stop to try to keep their hopes of winning this ball game alive. They only have 1 timeout yet left. It's 1st and 10 from Rancho Cotate's own 2. Last time in this drive, starting here from the 2, Simmons threw his 3rd interception, but you got to think that might not happen again.
No, I would think they try and go ahead and do some run plays here. Keep the ball on the ground.
So, same 2-by-2. Buckley to the right of Simmons. Can get the ball in their own end zone. Simmons is going to run, and he was met by number 24, who could not tackle him, Morinville, and he's going to get a good chunky yardage on that QB run.
He's going to pick up about 7.5 yards on that play. Guard comes around, number 60 comes around, tries to seal the edge.
2nd and 2 coming on up here.
Big series of downs here for Campolindo. And Cotate just wants to go ahead and milk the clock as much as possible.
Simmons hands it off. Right up the gut goes Buckley for a 1st down.
Buckley gets him a new set of downs, moves the chains, and also eats up some clock. They're going to go ahead and stop the clock here just to go ahead and set the chains. Once they set the chains, they'll start the clock again.
So we're under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Campolindo with their hands at their hips. You can see they're tired. They've been on defense for a good chunk of this game with the way the Cougars have just been eating them alive. You're just cutting them up offensively. 33-28. Simmons is going to run. He's tackled, brought down by Jake Feingold. Haven't really been able to call his aim tonight, but plays multiple position, typically around middle linebacker.
You see the offensive line here for Cotate. They're just putting their heads down and running right through the defenders, creating gigantic movement for Simmons and Buckley.
2nd and short, 2nd about 4. Under 2 minutes to play. Again, quarterback run. Simmons is going to be right at the line.
Third down.
I think they already have the marker at first down. They may
First
just
down?
move the chains.
Wow.
And that's a first down.
Official signals.
Down.
And that is a first down.
That could be the game right there, Jason.
Now you got to think, you got to try to force that fourth turnover.
You got to start tackling the ball. You got a timeout. Use it. Keep some clock.
Buckley on the run.
There's a timeout called by
So
Campo.
Campolindo will eat their final timeout with 1:09 left in the ballgame, 33-28 here in the fourth quarter from Moraga. And we'll stay right here as Rancho Cotate, Campolindo came in. They're ready for this battle, exactly what we thought was going to come tonight with some high-flying offense and both teams going back and forth, Coach. And now it's come down to see who can convert on this final set of downs here. If Cotate gets the first down, it's over.
No, it's a done deal. They can only stop. Campo can't stop the clock. You got 1:11. You could go 3 more downs.
Maybe even need it on fourth down, run around.
Yep. You could even go ahead and run back and take a safety. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you could do.
I forgot that you could do that.
You could run around and step out of the end zone, take a safety, and then you kick the ball off. I mean, you're up by 3. You're only giving 2. Got to be smart.
Simmons and company back on out.
The one thing you got to make sure is you have a good center quarterback exchange here. If the quarterback bobbles it and fumbles it, that's not going to be a good thing.
Again, Simmons will run. He's met in the backfield and dropped.
As soon as they set the ball, we're going to have 35 seconds.
Cole Burzins with the tackle. Third down. So third down. This crowd getting loud for their defense here for Campolindo.
Here's the play call.
And
Delay a game.
Dead ball, delay a game. Offense.
And this should be, what, one more run, and the clock should roll on out with about 25 seconds left.
Yep.
So now if you're Rancho Cotate, you just make sure if either Simmons or Buckley runs, hold on to the football.
Take a knee. Go into victory formation. Go into your victory formation right here.
And you are correct, sir. I think for the first time tonight, Simmons will go under center.
Yep. It's the first time they broke formation.
Coach O'Tailing celebrating with his assistant coaches as he's in his first season as the head coach for Rancho Cotate. He's going to go to 3-0.
This is a big win for that program.
As he takes a knee and the clock will roll on out. Rancho Cotate comes down from Roner Park. It comes into Campolindo, face one of the defending state champs from 2016, and walk out of here with a victory.
Cotate played this one very, very well tonight. Their defense stepped up. They had 2 opportunities, Campo did, to go ahead and score, and the defense stepped up and held them.
A couple of turnovers, 2 interceptions in that final quarter that they got down the 4th and goal from the 2 twice.
They were able to go ahead and take advantage of the mistakes, and they came back. You know, they didn't hurt themselves, which is a big thing.
So as the teams do as they do, is shake hands and say good game. We're going to take a break. Coming back with the post game. Rancho Cotate comes out the victory, 33-28. Welcome back here as Rancho Cotate celebrates the victory of Coach Hoteling there in their huddle as they came out to Moraga and wins 33-28 over Campolindo.
What an outstanding game, Jason. I can't believe the game that we just saw. It was a great game. These two teams battled against each other, and you know, sorry to see somebody lose a great game like this.
And for first-year head coach Hoteling, he's now 3-0, and for Coach Macy, they're playing one of the toughest preseason schedules. They moved to 2-2.
You know, they did a great job. They just couldn't convert there down in the red zone twice, and that was the nail in the coffin.
Let's look at what's coming up here on Comcast Hometown Network. Saturday, September 23rd, it'll be Ceremon Valley at California High School, as well as Aptos at Palma on Sunday night. So with the final of 33-28, let's look at how we got there with the highlights of the second half.
Right here's that TD pass.
Right
just stretches. Buckley just stretches coming out of the backfield. And that really was the difference in the game.
That was the only score in the second half.
That was the difference in the game right there.
And here's the first of 2 picks in the second half.
That was just stolen away by Reagan. Does a great job.
And after that, it would get to 4th and goal. And
Rancho makes a big-time stop right there.
Masadi just could not get in. Stopping was 1st and 10 on the 2. And then once again, Simmons is going to get picked off.
Simmons gets picked off by the other quarterback, Torchio. And he's almost off to the races here. I thought he was going to go ahead and be able to break it, but the speed right here of Ward and company was just too much.
And then once again, looking to get inside, and they find number 7, Masadi. He just cannot get into the end zone.
Masadi just short.
And then on 4th and goal.
Right there, it's just tipped away by the safety, and that was it. That sealed the deal.
As Simmons takes the knee, Rancho Cotate moves to 3-0. Campolindo moves to 2-2. Steve, your final thought.
Jason, we saw a great game tonight. Two very, very strong teams that are going to go far into the season, into the postseason. I can't say enough about both of these squads. These coaches held true to everything that they said in our conversations, the way they were going to play the game, their beliefs. They stuck to it. It's just sad to see somebody come out a loser in a game like this.
And, well, we saw one heck of a ball game tonight between the former 2016 state champs in Campolindo and now a team that's on the rise in Rancho Cotate, 3-0, 2-2. And, well, for our director, Jim Petramilli, our replay operator, Bill Kerrigan, my partner, Steve Nicolopoulos, I'm Jason Neal saying good night from Moraga. Thank you for watching Comcast Hometown Network.